Okay, so hello everyone. My name is Anne, and I was watching recently to some videos by a guy named Brian Mullen, and he put out an idea to do an experiment on March 23rd. Today is March 23rd. The time is actually, oh shoot, it's actually not March 23rd now. It's March 24th, and it's 12:30 in the morning. So we missed it by a little bit, but the experiment was about the moon to see if the moon is well, if it's giving off cold air or not. Seems very interesting. So I've got my candles set up, which is the link below will show you where the original experiment, the theory for the experiment is. So you can look there, click there, and see what the experiment is about. But this, I have set it up where I have the candles here, and I have this little top here, and I've cut some slits into it. And these slits that I've cut here are to allow some air inside. The reason this has a cap, it's in this jar will be indoors when I light the candles to protect it away from the moon, so it's not having the moon. And then outdoors, I have another jar here set up. I know it's dark, but I have the same cap here cut with some slits to let some oxygen in, and also to protect these candles from the wind and any other elements around. The moon is here, and the moon is on its path. It goes this way, so the moon will be up here, and it's going to get a direct pool of light across this entire patio. So this spot here where this jar sits will get a direct path of moonlight coming down straight at it. So we're just waiting now for the moon to get from here, where it is in the sky, until it moves to here. And once it moves here, that's when I'll light the candles, and I'll have some more footage to add to that in a little bit. Okay, so it's pretty late. It's almost 2 in the morning. It's 1:55 in the morning, and the moon is just about right. I'll show you here. Unfortunately, some clouds have rolled in, but I'm going to go ahead and start the experiment because I feel like if it's energies that are moving about, and thermal energy is energy particles in itself, then hopefully the energy particles can move maybe through the clouds. I don't know, we'll try it out, but we've got a little bit of moonlight that's coming in, and now the clouds are passing. So I'm going to go ahead and start the experiment now, and then we'll see, hopefully the clouds will pass, and then we'll see really, hopefully it'll have an effect. So we'll see. Here it goes. Okay. Smothered it quite quickly. Okay, this has been getting a little bit frustrating, but finally, at last, these tops, I tried to make them bigger, they didn't work out, so do away with the top. Now what we've got going on here is we've got our candle burning here inside. You can see the fire. Outside, our other candle is finally burning too with no top, so that makes me a little bit worried because I'm a little bit worried. The air is very still. It doesn't feel like it's moving to me, but you never know what's going to happen in a little while, so we can go ahead and take a look what's happening out here. And again, the clouds have come in, so there's a little bit of clouds out tonight, but it still feel like I can feel the moon, and I still feel like I can, you know, I'm still experiencing the moon. So perhaps the candles are too. There you have it, folks. We've begun the experiment. Time right now is 2:06. That's 2:06 in the morning, and it's March the 24th. It's almost March the 23rd, depending on how you feel about it. I like to think it's the next day when I go to sleep and wake up. So according to my standards, it's still March the 23rd. It's just really late at night at 2:07 in the morning. Guys, it hasn't been that long. The time is now 2:17. We're still in March the 23rd or 24th. Looking here, candle 1. These are the candles that are indoors. So these are the candles that are not in the moonlight. As you can see, there's a lot melted. Some of these candles are actually quite low. I mean, they weren't very big candles to begin with, and now they're significantly lower. As you can see here, the amount of melted. Now let's go outside and check out what's happening with the moon and with our outside candles. The moon is here. It's been coming out from behind the clouds, so that's good. Looks very lovely. Very beautiful and big, just as promised. Happy supermoon, everyone. Here's the candles. Now these candles, you can see here, a little bit less melted. You can still see a whole lot melted in there, but there's actual obvious spots of places that are not melted. Obviously, just looking with my naked eye as well, they seem to be a little less melted. Since the candles are not really that big, I'll just let the candles burn out until the first one burns out. Because when the first one burns out, really, logically, the inside candle should burn out first. So if the outside candle burns out first, then we know something is up, something's going on different, because they have the same environment, they're having the same temperatures, everything's going on the same with them, and actually the inside candle started burning first. So if the outside candle goes out before the inside candle, something is up. As you can see, guys, we've made it to morning. Candle is still burning. The outdoor candle also. Still burning. So the results of this experiment, very much inconclusive. Really couldn't tell. Both candles burned significantly once these flames go out, I'll actually measure the wicks and see if one wick is any larger than the other wick. But basically, inconclusive results. The candles continued burning throughout the entire night. So I want to say. Thanks to Brian Mullen, the guy who's doing this experiment, and you know, I hope we get some good results. We'll just see what we get. It doesn't know, but I have another theory also, and my other theory is that perhaps the moon is not really giving off cold air, but that maybe hot doesn't really go to cold. Like they say it's a law, but there's a lot of laws they said about gravity also that don't make sense. So perhaps we should think about this law of hot going to cold, because it seems to me that hot doesn't go to cold. Maybe whatever the lower temperature is going to the lower temperature goes to the higher temperature. So if you have a cup of ice water, perhaps the ice in that water is going to the hot around the room, or the hot from the sun of being outside, and maybe the cold's going to the hot, like the cold is dispersing into the hot and going away until it's neutral. And then perhaps if it's the other way around and it's a very cold, say you're covered in snow, or you know, the freezer or something, you put something in there, then the hot of that object gets cold, so the hot goes to the cold. So maybe hot's not going to cold and cold's not going to hot, but the entire world is just kind of neutralizing or stabilizing. I don't know, something to think. Anyways, my name is Ann. Thank you.